We're fishing at Nolin today. You're gonna catch white crappie.
We'll catch black crappie today too. We'll catch about 70-30.
Tom Perkins.
Yep.
Perkins Guide Service. Now, summertime crappie fishing. A lot of people think crappie, they think wintertime. Now, over the last couple of years, we've done some shows at Taylorsville. We've done some shows at Green River. We're at Nolin today. Let's talk about the differences between wintertime fishing and summertime fishing.
Well, when you start in the summertime, when they get done spawning, they'll come out and they'll suspend out in the main lake for a little while. Hard to catch in May. I usually don't even try to catch them. Afterwards, they get on a summer pattern just like bass do. They'll get out where the thermocline is. They'll be in the thermocline and just above it.
Now, a lot of people are thinking, okay, thermocline. First of all, what is a thermocline?
Well, it's the best oxygenated water in the lake, and it's a good temperature. And I think the oxygenation in the water is better than the temperature. It just makes them feel more comfortable.
You got fish on.
Yeah, that's what we come down here for, ain't it?
And that's not, now that's just on a little white jig.
Yep, that's on my jig.
Wow.
You'll catch 4 or 5 crappie to one on the jig than you will on minnow. And I use the same crappie jig year in, year out. I've got the lightest line I can stand.
Which is what, about 4 pound?
This is probably 3.
3 pound, okay.
And I got just a little flimsy ultralight rod, and I use a 32nd ounce jig head. I use that little white crappie tube all the time.
Just solid white?
Solid white. That's the only crappie tube I got in my box. Use it every day. Have been for 20 years. It works every day. And the secret is just slow down. You know, a lot of people want to reel too quick, and I don't jig it. I just drop it straight down into the brush pile and try to vertically bring it up out of the brush where I don't get hung as much. If you cast across the brush pile, you'll get hung every time.
Uh-oh.
There's lots and lots and lots of ways to catch crappie. This is the most productive day in, day out that I've ever seen.
Your hook setting action here, you don't want to be real aggressive?
No, I just raise my pole up.
Gotcha.
There's one.
Boy, he made that little ultralight bend right over.
You want to keep all these that are 9 inches?
I ain't scared.
Right now, we're still early in the morning and they're scattered out. When the sun gets really high, they'll use that brush pile as shade. If we catch them good, if we don't, we'll move on to the next one. You just need to find cover that the crappie can relate to. And I think of them like rest stops on the interstate. They're right behind us. We got a buoy marker out. The creek channel runs in here and runs up next to this flat. They use the creek channel as a highways, like all the other fish do. They can swim down through there and stop at this rest stop. We got another one right around the corner, and they do feed in them. They do relate to that cover real well, but they refuel themselves. Pretty good one?
Feels like it's pretty good.
That's a good fish right there. He's probably about 10.5 inches long.
Good eating fish right there.
You know, 3/4 pound.
Recipe for crappie, just cornmeal?
Yeah, cornmeal, salt, and pepper.
And that's all she wrote.
And on a decent sized crappie, you need to take your time getting him up. Another one for the table.
That's a good fish.
Yep, pretty good fish.
Tell you what, this is a whole lot like fun, Tom.
Yep.
A whole lot like fun. Hot summertime crappie fishing.
Well, in the summertime, you need to fish till about 10:30 or 11 o'clock, according to what the temperature is going to be. It's not worth it if you fish much longer than that. And in the summertime, the hotter it gets, the more subtle the bite will be. In the springtime, they'll hit and your whole line will jump all the way back to your pole. They won't do that now. They'll just hold on, and a lot of times we're going to fish a slip bobber some today. A lot of times your slip bobber will just lay over flat where they picked up on it.
Now, do you work that minute or you just let him
No, I just let it set.
All right.
That looks like a better fish there.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hoss him. Boy, man, did you see him tear through there? It's acting like smallmouth.
That's a little better.
Tom, I think I like this. Now that's a good crappie.
Yep,
anywhere.
that's a pretty good crappie.
Oh, that's a good fish.
Yep, that no weigh a pound.
There's one. You know what I like best about this? It's going to get to be 847 degrees today, and we're going to be done.
Yep.
Now, a lot of people think, okay, summertime crappie, they're good to eat. Are they as good to eat as they are in the wintertime?
Yes, you can't tell the difference in them.
A lot of people say they get mushy in the summer.
The secret is to keep them cool down. What I do, I usually catch 10 or 15 and put ice in my live well and turn it where it don't circulate. And you don't have to fill it full, just keep it cool. On your way home, take the rest of the bag of ice and dump in your live well. When you get home, you can't tell them from January. Well, I always use an electric knife. And you can start right here behind the gill plate. And just when it runs down, you'll feel it hit the backbone. And don't stop your knife. Turn your knife while it's still running. Go right down to the end of the tail, flip him over. Just put a little bit of angle on your blade.
I tell you what, that electric knife makes it a lot quicker. Once you get a little pattern going. Thank you very much for a heck of a day. Summertime crappie fishing.